Hello everyone, this is Gowthami. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Thank you for encouraging me to upload a new videos. In this series, we are going to learn a new concept. Let's begin. Statistics. So, statistics is nothing but the science of collecting, organizing, analyzing, interpreting, and presenting the data. So, brief or Salanumana, it is a kind of tool helps us to understand more about data. Okay, in order to understand data betterly, we will make use of this statistics. So it encompasses a wide range of techniques for summarizing the data, making inferences, and drawing the conclusions. Finding the predictive functions based on the predictive functions means what? So we are just getting the outputs. Okay, you are just getting the proper outputs just by using the some taking the information from it, and we are just giving the some conclusions on it. Okay, wow. So next, so here some of the examples here. See, number of schools in urban or rural India. If you see here in the urban, we are having 2.54 lakhs. Okay, in the rural area, we are having 12.34 lakhs. So you just visualize, means just by taking this data, we just represented one chart here, pie chart. So the increase in the number of schools in the India in the past few years. Okay, just comparing from past to now. Okay, so just by seeing this visualization, we can able to conclude one final output. We can conclude it. Okay, by seeing this visualizations and all. So total number of schools year wise. So in the 2014 you have this many. In 2015 this is called just visualization. So just taking the previous data, we are just giving some visualization. That's it. Nothing here more than that. So yearly wise, they have given the how many number of schools available in lakhs they have given. In 2015, they have in between 15 to 15.50. In 2015, same. In 2016, just little increased. Later, like this. Okay, number of schools in both areas, urban and rural areas, and 2022 till from here to here. Okay, just comparing from here to here. Gradually decrease means in 2019, more number of schools from 2014 to here. Okay, so better raise here in this year. Okay, so the next thing, so probability of stock investing. So usually if you see every day in the stocks, in the shares, what we will see, so how you will invest in the shares, just by seeing the previous data. So if there is an increase in 5 years, so if you will see the percentage in 5 years, how much gradually it increased. By seeing that graph, we are going to invest in that shares. You will invest, but we cannot expect it will be the same in the future also. We cannot expect, but just analyzing, that's it. That is not a perfect thing also. So now there are different types of statistics, ma. So what are those here means? Descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. In the descriptive, what is mean by descriptive statistics here is it is just giving the information about your data. That's it. Just giving the information. When coming to the inferential statistics, it is going to provide the conclusion. Okay, it is going to perform some kind of operations, and it is going to predict some output. That is the purpose of using the inferential statistics. So descriptive means just summarizing the data. Okay, just taking some samples from a group of data. When coming to inferential statistics, it is going to give some predictions. Okay, predictions means whether it may, like for example, if the person is having diabetes or not means, so just taking from the help from the summarizing, you are going to conclude that yes, this person is having the diabetes or this person is not having the diabetes. Means you are just concluding the output. Okay, that is what inferential statistics are. Here, in the descriptive statistics, we are going to cover measure of central tendency. That means what is mean by mean, what is mean by mode, and what is mean by median. So we already discussed this. Whenever you want to handle the missing values, with what value you want to replace, that it is very important. You can replace with mean. You can also replace with median. You can also replace with mode. Median we will not use that much. Mostly we will make use of mean and mode only. So in this, which one will be the good while you are handling the missing values? That we have to know more about this one. Later, what is the measure of variability? Variability is nothing but the range. Means you are just checking the values in which range it is, and you're not going to know the variance. Means how the data is distributed. Variance is nothing but you are going to see the how the data is distributed in the given range. And standard deviation. Standard deviation means how much far away from the mean. So if you are giving the new value, so how much far away the value from the mean value. And interquartile range, that means you have to know the percent, means how much what the values under this percentage, the values and all, how many values below this percentage, how many values below this percentage. To find out those things, we will make use of interquartile ranges. I'll explain this and all. Next, graphical representations. By getting all these data, we can visualize the data either by using histogram, either by using the box plot, either by using the pie chart. When we will use a histogram, when we will use the box plot, when we will use the pie chart, that and all we learned already in the matplotlib library. Again, we are going to see when we are explaining some examples here. And inferential statistics means for doing some predictions, we can make use of these kind of things: probability distributions, hypothesis testing, very important thing, regression analysis, and confidence intervals. This and all we are going to discuss, very important. If you understand better here, when you're learning the machine learning, it is very much simple to know. Okay. So before going to understand more about this descriptive analysis, we need to know about what is mean by the population and what is mean by the sample. So population is nothing but the entire world. For example, there will be some elections going on. So, for example, you consider one state. So in every state there will be not conducting in the same day. Okay, in one state there will be one time. So different dates will be announced for conducting the elections, right? So, for example, if there is an election in the Bangalore, so means in Bangalore means all districts will be participated. Okay, it means Karnataka. You can say Karnataka. So every city are participating in the elections. So you have to figure out which party going to win. Will you take the you will ask each and every person for whom you have voted, which party is going. You will not ask all the persons. What you will do, you will, when they are exiting from the poll, you will who are available to you, yes or no, you will be asking only those people. So by considering their vision, we are going to conclude that might be this party is going to be win. Yes or no? That means from the group of people, you are just taking some of the people. That group of people, I can call it like a population. Selecting few people, that is called a sample. Okay. For example, if you are having 1,000 data points, is it very simple to calculate some any kind of, if you want, is it possible to perform operations on 1,000 points? It will take long time for us. So to avoid, okay, to reduce the time, what we will do, we'll just take a few points and you will perform some operations what you want to perform. Then by getting that value, you can conclude that, okay, this is the output, okay, for this complete data set. Okay, if you are taking 1,000 points in your data set, if you are choosing only 100 points, that 100 points I can call it like a sample. 1,000 points in the data set, I can call it like a population. See here, population and samples are terms used in the statistics. Population, the entire group about which information is required. This is complete population. Sample is nothing but a part of the population selected to gain information about the whole group. Yes or no? You are just picking some people who are available to you. So by taking their opinions, you can able to conclude the output. So if you are taking few people, then almost so same decision will be, same output will be seen. So same will be getting. Yes or no? So that is what the population and sample. So here there is a one more thing. Whenever you are selecting the people, okay, means whenever you are taking the samples, that is also different ways. You have to follow some techniques. One is random selecting, or one more thing here is you can select it like a stratified, means a stratified sampling. One is a systematic sampling. One more thing is a voluntary response sampling. Simple random sampling means you can pick any of the value, your wish. There means every value have equal responsibility. Okay, so you can select any of the one. For example, this is complete population. So in this 12 points, you can take any value. So each value having the equal priority. See, random sampling is a technique where every individual in the population has an equal chance of being selected for the sample. So this kind of technique will be used in the lottery method. Yes, sir. No, in the lottery you will not anything. So and random numbers. If you want to generate the random numbers, you will know. Will you know what number it is going to be generated? No. Passwords also. So table of random numbers and the random digital daily. So in this methods and all, we will be using a techniques called random sampling technique only. So we are not specifically choosing the people. Anything, whatever you like it, for getting the outputs. This is one type of technique, normal technique, basic technique. And see here one example. Imagine a researcher studying the heights of students in a school. To use random sampling, the researcher could assign each student in the school a number and then use a random number generator to select a certain number of students. So, for example, if I am having the student's height range between 150 to 180, okay, 150 to 180. So, will you calculate all the students' height? No. What you will do? You will pick a few of them, and what is the majority range? So you can get that most probably this class might be having this height students. So that means you are selecting the random people for deciding the heights in that particular class. Okay. Next thing, stratified sampling is nothing but what is meant by stratified sampling. So here you are having some categories. For example, there might be having for each person might be having some opinions. So I just have one simple example. See here, in a company assesses job satisfaction among its employees. So instead of randomly selecting the employees, the company could first divide employees into strata groups. Strata is nothing but the groups. That means based on the departments like marketing, finance, and operations. Means here in the marketing there will be 10 people, in the finance maybe 5 people, in the operations it might be something like 15 people. So instead of performing survey on all the people, so what we will do here is we are going to choose one person or two persons from the same category. Okay, you are choosing from the departments. You are not choosing everyone from this the same category. No, in this category, you are choosing few people. In this category, you are choosing some people. You are in this category, you are choosing some people. So by taking their opinions, you are going to conclude one output. Getting my point, everyone, what I said here. Next thing, one more kind of sampling here is systematic sampling. What is meant by systematic sampling here? So, for example, means you are just selecting in a uniform way. For example, if you see there are 10 people, that complete, I can call it like a population. So here what I have done here is I just first, like for example, if I have selected a second person, then my systematic way here is I'm just taking some intervals. I just prefer some intervals. For example, you have visited one mall for survey, whether means to take some data, some on some category, something like for example COVID or something, anything like that. Okay, you're having some survey on it. So what you will do, instead of asking each and everything, you will decide that. So among 10 people, you will ask one person. Okay, like that. See, like that. My interval here is two people. Means among two people, I am be performing survey on one person. So here, second person, fourth person, sixth person means systematic way. So systematic sampling involves selecting every kth individual from a list after a random starting point. The interval is determined by dividing the population size by the desired sample size. Just dividing the based on your given range. Okay, just the difference. Okay, this method is simply systematic and ensures that each individual has an equal chance of being selected. So by checking these intervals, you are going to conclude one output here. See here, just the same way. Consider a population of 1,000 individuals and the researcher want a sample of 100. Then how can you pick 100 people? Means just by dividing this population with the sample size, that is 100. So means every 10th person you are performing survey. On every 10th person you are conducting the survey. That is what the definition I have said here. So you should divide that population with the size, sample size. 1,000 by 100 means 10. So equal into 10 intervals. Among 10 you are taking means first you are considering the
fifth individual. If you have started with the fifth, then 10th means 15. 15 plus 10, 25th. 25th plus 10, 35th, like that. Understanding, this is what the systematic sampling. So we have said that in the population we need to select some data. That data I'm calling it like sample. How to choose that data with different techniques. One is random selecting, and second one is a systematic sampling or selecting, and third one is stratified one. And fourth one here is convenience sampling. Convenience sampling is nothing but, for suppose you want to perform survey on a data science student, then what you will do? Will you go and ask for different categories? Will you go and ask mathematics student? Will you go for finance? No, you will go directly to the data science student and you will perform survey on that person. That means that is what a convenience sampling. This convenience sampling I can call it like non-random sampling or non-probability sampling. See, what is the example I have given? In a study examining smartphone usage patterns, a researchers might use convenience sampling by surveying people in a shopping mall. While this method is convenient, it does not ensure a representative sample of the entire population, as it only includes those who happen to be in the mall at that time. See, this is what we can understand. For example, I want to perform, let us take a smartphone example only. In this smartphone, I just want to know how many sales done Android phones. Okay, how many sold? Okay, how many Android phones are sold this month? Will you perform survey on all types of all types of categories? Will you perform survey on iPhone, like iOS? No. If you have one category, then you are going to ask the who are using the Android phones, the performance of the Android phones, or you will go and ask only the Android related persons only, how the sale is going on, how many phones are sold that month. So that kind of things. Particular means a particular category, you know that. So that's why you will go and ask particular person only. That is what a convenience sampling. Understood? So here I'm saying that understanding about the data I'm saying, right? So what is mean by data here? Summarizing the data, understanding more about data betterly. So I'm saying these kind of words. So it means we are just depending on the data. So what is mean by data here? Data is nothing but a piece of information which can be measured. Okay, kandipa measured ஆயிருக்கணும். For example, height of a student. Height is measured. Age of a student. It's also measured. What is the temperature of the climate? It is also measured. That is all data only, right? So data is nothing but the piece of information which can be measured. Here, there are different types of data. One is a categorical data and the second one is a numerical data. Okay, so data is nothing but a piece of information which can be measured. So here data is of two types. The first one here is a categorical data, and second thing here is a numerical data. What is mean by categorical data means the data is represented categorical wise, like yes, no, true, false, like this means just we cannot there is not much values in that column. Column is nothing but the feature. When you are having a fixed number of outputs, okay, that is categorical. We will call it like a two types of classes. So for example, if you have taken the gender is having two classes, that is a male and female. So this is what the categorical data. This categorical data is again divided into two types. One is a nominal and second thing is ordinal. What is mean by nominal and ordinal means here there is no significance to the value. Means no significance means there will be no order for that. For example, will you able to order these two values? Well, like a male should becomes first, female should becomes last, or female comes first and male should come last. No. So there will be no order for the values. Then that type of category will call it like a nominal values. And what is mean by ordinal means where we can able to order it. For example, if you are performing survey on phones, so how can you say? So you will just give the rating. So yes, it is a poor condition, or it is a good, or it is average, or you can say it like xn means you are just giving some order. Yes or no? This is order, right? So you can arrange it in order. So this kind of data, I can call it like a ordinal data. So categorical is of two types, nominal and ordinal. Nominal is nothing but the data cannot be ordered, whereas ordinal is nothing but the data can be ordered. And the numerical data is nothing but the data is going to be represented in the form of numbers. The best example, I already said that weather forecasting, what is the temperature and what is the rainfall and what is the humidity. Like that kind of data, I can call it like a numerical data. This numerical data is or also two types. One is a discrete and second here is a continuous. What is mean by discrete and continuous here is discrete is nothing but the data can be having a certain values, means only I can say integer values, I can say integer values, I can say. For example, you cannot say it like my age is something like 12.5 and my class strength is like my class strength means the students available in this class is something like 25.5. Will you say it like this? You cannot say this or not. You can say my age is 12 years and my class strength is 25 students, like this. Means the data is in integer format, then that type of data I can call it like a discrete. And what is mean by continuous means where it contains a integer data or decimal values data. Let us take a height. You can say the height as something like 147.5 centimeters. And you can also say it like a weight is equal to 52.7 kg. And you can also say the what is the humidity. Okay, you can say it like in the decimal values. Yes or no? So then that kind of data, I can call it like a continuous data type. Okay, so that is what I have given here. Types of variables means quantitative and qualitative. So in the quantitative one, we are having the discrete and continuous. Okay, and coming to the qualitative, it is measured. When you are performing some kind of manipulations, it can be measured. Okay, so see here. So this is what the details about this data now. Till here understood, everyone? Yes. Till here understood?
Yes.
Till here. So we are going
Yes.
to discuss. So the next concept here is frequency distribution. So in the frequency distribution மூலமா என்ன யூசேஜ்னா we can visualize about our data. நம்மளோட data நம்ம visualize பண்ணலாம் by performing some kind of a calculations. So in the frequency distribution use பண்ணிட்டு I can able to draw box plot, I can able to draw histogram, I can able to draw bar plot, I can able to draw pie chart also. But you need to categorize, means அதோட டேட்டான்றது நீங்க ஃபர்ஸ்ட் சம்மரைஸ் பண்ணிக்கணும் நீங்க. ஓகேவா? So that is what I have written here. It is a tool in statistics that help us to organize the data and also helps us reach such meaningful conclusions. It tells us how often any specific values occur in the data set. A frequency distribution in a tabular form organizes data by showing the frequencies. Frequencies is nothing but how many times a particular value is present in that data set. Okay, just writing. For example, if you take, okay, for example, if you take any data set, for example, I'm having a flowers data set. In that flowers, I'm having in every state, there might be having the same category, same kind of flowers. Okay, so in the Karnataka, how many number of what is the count of the rose? What is the count of the lily? So what is the count of, like that means you are just getting how many values present in the data in that particular category and data. Okay, so the frequency is nothing but the count of a particular data present in the data set in it. So the understanding காக நான் ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிள் கொடுத்திருக்கேங்க. சோ இப்போ நம்ம கிட்ட இதுதான் என்னோட டேட்டா செட்ல இருக்கிற வேல்யூஸ் இதுவேன்னு எடுத்துக்கோங்களேன். I'm having one data set. In the data set having a values like rose, lily, sunflower, rose, lily, sunflower, rose, lily, lily. So in the data set base பண்ணிக்கிட்டு I want to find out the frequency distribution. Frequency distribution is nothing but how many times a particular value occurred in the data set in it. So you just what are the flowers you have in the data set? Rose, lily, and sunflower. These three flowers are repeated in your data set. Correct? So what I will do here is flowers. What are those flowers? Rose, lily, then sunflower. So now what you need to do? You need to find out the count. Count is nothing but the frequency. You need to find the frequency. How many times a rose exists in the data set? 3 times. How many times a lily exists in the data set? 4 times. How many times a sunflower exists in the data set? 2 times. So this is what? So rose is occurring in 3 times. Lily is occurring for 4 times. Sunflower is for 2 times. So this is what the frequency. So with the help of this frequency, you can able to draw the graphs. You can also draw the graphs. So how to draw the graph? So here it is a categorical data. Yes or no? So rose is having 3, lily is 4, sunflower is 2. Now what I'm going to do here is on x-axis I'm going to write a flower names like rose and something like lily, and I can write a sunflower. Then on the y-axis I'm going to write the count. How many number of roses are there? How many number of lilies are there? How many number of sunflowers are there? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is my y-axis telling the count of a particular flower. So I'm just drawing here as a bar graph. What I'm drawing here? Bar graph. So what? How many roses are there? 3. So it is going to draw a bar graph like this. How many lilies are there? 4. The lilies are 4 means you are going to get the 4 lilies. How many sunflowers are there? You will be having sunflowers as 2. So by seeing this, you can able to draw the what? You can able to draw the bar graph. There is also one type of frequency distribution, that is cumulative frequency distribution. What is mean by cumulative frequency distribution? Means you are just adding up. For example, I'm having the 3 categories like rose. I just write it here itself. So now I want to give the cumulative frequency, CF I'm writing. So how many roses are there? 3. And how many lilies are there? 4. So whenever you are writing the cumulative frequencies, you should add the previous values also. That means 3 plus 4 is 7. And how many sunflowers are there? 2. So previously you have 7. So 7 plus 2 is 9. This is what the cumulative frequency. When you have a repeated, when there is a repeated number of categories, then you will get these kind of frequencies, which is a whole number. That means a discrete category, discrete data. That time we can able to draw the bar graph. Here the rows is repeated. That means you can do the count. Count is in the format of which data? Discrete data. Then you can plot the bar graph. This is one type of a graph. And coming to one more type of graph, what you can draw here is histogram. Histogram. So when you should choose the histogram, if you observe carefully, is there any repetition in the data? No. So what I can do here is I can make some ranges with the help of these data. So I can make this data as 10 to 18 as one category. That means I can make 10 to 20. In this range, how many values are present? And I can make in this range how many values. Means I'm just making some ranges because there is no repeated values here. So that's why I will make some ranges based on the given data. So, and I will make this one as 20 to 30. So these are all ages of a student or ages of some persons, okay? And I'll make this 30 to 40, one range. Then 40 to 50, one range. Okay, then this one I can make a 50 to 60. So here there is no repeated data. That's why I can make use of a histogram graph. Here there is a repetition of the data. That's why I just counted the occurrence of those particular flower category and I made a bar graph. Now how to plot the graph? Very simple. You have to provide the ranges here. You have to provide the ranges like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And you have to tell in between 10 to 20 range, how many people are there. Here also you have to note it down, the number you give it, frequencies. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is also telling the frequency, means In this particular range, how many persons having age in between them? So in between 10 to 20, how many people are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. That means it is going to give the plot like this. 4 people. And 20 to 30, how many people are there? 3. That means it is going to give the graph like this. In between 30 to 40, how many people are there? 4 people. So you will get the plot histogram like this. 40 to 50, how many are there? 4 are there. So you are going to get 4 like this. And here only 1. So you are going to get like this. So histogram. This is a histogram. If you want to get a clean description, then what we can do here is, means if you want to calculate the kernel density, then you have to draw a wave. That wave only we'll call it like a PDF. PDF is nothing but probability density function. So in order to make the histogram in a smooth way, we can able to draw this PDF. How it is going to be means, it is going to be drawn on this way, like this. So I think it will be like this only, because it's just corners. It is going to be like this. So I'm not able to draw properly. This is called a wave. This wave only I can call it like a PDF. Okay. So this uses a smoothing of the histograms. Understanding, ma, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Understanding what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
Yes. So this is what the frequency distribution. So now you come to know when to use the bar graph and when to use the histogram. When there is a continuous data, you can make this is a continuous data only. You are just making some groups, and based on the groups, you are drawing it. Understanding? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Shall we draw the graph for this? Shall we draw the graph for based on these categories only?
For continuous data, we will get a probability density function.
Yeah, for everything you can draw it, ma. Only for the
Okay.
specific thing only, no need.
Okay.
Whatever the graphs you are drawing, like distributions, okay, means like
Yeah.
bar graph, you can draw this PDF with the help of that is called one attribute called KD. Okay.
Okay. Kernel distribution.
Estimator, we will call it like. I'll show it now. Don't worry. I'll show it now. Okay. So now what I will do here is I'll just explain this in programmatic way. See here. First, what we are going to do here is, let's take one example. You take any one example. Let's create a. Already I have a data set called iris data set, or you can take tips data set. We already have those data sets, right? Yes or no? Do we have or not? We have that. So
yes, ma'am. Iris we have. Yeah, ma'am.
First, I'm going to I'm going to create a normal distribution is nothing but where the data is distributed equally on both sides, left side and right side. It's okay. What I'll do, you need to, whenever you are loading the data, you should import the data set. At the same time, we need some libraries. See, blindly you can import NumPy library, Pandas library, Matplotlib, Seaborn, everything. Blindly you can do it from now onwards. Okay, so first what I will do, import NumPy as NP. NumPy library is imported. Later, I'm going to import Pandas library as PD. These short names and all your Vishma. Whatever you want, you can give it. Import matplotlib dot pyplot as PLT. If you want Seaborn also, you can make it. Import. So import Seaborn as SNS. So why I am using Seaborn here is, in the Seaborn only I am having that iris data set. Okay, that's why I'm just importing this data set, and also it will give additional visualization that we can make use of it. So first I imported, just run this, take this only. Let's take these values and we'll draw now. Okay, so let's create one data set. Data is equal to, just write those values. So this is my data set. So print the data. So it is going to be visualizing that. So now what I need to do, I want to count. I want to get the counting for all those values. So how to get the count of those values? For a particular data, we will make use of like this only, right? See. So what we will do, that is looking like a list only, right? So what we will do, print of data dot count function. How many values present in the rows? 2. So like that, what you will do, you're going to make like this. How you will do? So I'll just tell, but this is not the correct way. For every value, we have to store it in one variable. So like if you do like this, you are getting the frequency for each category. You got it 3, 4, 2. Yes or no? So instead of calculating the count of each and every value in the list, it will make a difficulty for us. So what we will do here is, if you want to get at a time all the frequencies of that particular values, there is a module that is called collections module. So in that collections module, we are having one function called a counter function. So to make use of that counter function, first you need to import that module. How to import? Import collections module. First you need to import this. Inside this collections module, there is a one function called counter function. With the help of that counter function, it will give all the details of that. Okay, every value count it will give. How it is going to be given means, it is going to be given in the format of a dictionary. So now see here, I'm going to create a one variable values is equal to, from the collections module, we are having one function called counter function. So inside this, in which variable you want to count the values, the values that are present in this variable, that variable I have given. So now you print that variable values. Now run and check it. Lily is our 4 times 4, rose 3, sunflower 2. You got it in the format of dictionary. I'm going to get only the list values. Means only the values I want to get it. So what I will do, you just take one more variable, val is equal to, in this values variable, I just want values function. So just to print off val. So now you are getting 3, 4, 2. Now you got it, see here 3, 4, 2. Now அதே விதமா நீங்க கீஸ் கூட கொண்டு வந்துருங்க. keys is equal to அந்த values variable இருக்கிறது only keys மட்டுமே கொண்டு வந்துருங்க. So here நமக்கு இங்க 9 values இருக்கு. இங்க வந்துட்டு 3 values இருக்கிறதுனால we cannot able to draw it. So நம்ம இப்ப என்ன பண்றோம்னா, we will make it like a இந்த மாதிரி லில்லி ரோஸ் அந்த 3 மட்டுமே கொண்டு வந்துறோம். keys மட்டுமே கூட கொண்டு வந்துறோம். So அது கூட நீங்க list formatல convert பண்ணிட்டு only keys மட்டுமே கொண்டு வந்துருங்க. So now you got these 3 things. Now you plot on these 2 variables, keys and values. Now you can see you got the graph. Correct? Understood what I said?
Yes, ma'am.
பாருங்க, நம்ம கிட்ட இருக்கிற டேட்டா நான் என்ன பண்ணிருக்கிறேன்னா, அதோட கவுண்ட் கால்குலேட் பண்ணிட்டேன். just like this only. Means ஒரு கேட்டகரி ரோஸ், லில்லி, சன்ஃப்ளவர், அதோட கவுண்ட்ஸ் வந்துட்டு இந்த கலெக்ஷன்ஸ் மாடியூல கவுண்டர் மூலமா எடுத்துட்டேன். நான் இப்ப இது என்ன பண்ணிருக்கிறேன்னா, இந்த மாதிரி டிக்ஷனரி ஃபார்மேட்ல இருக்கிற டேட்டா கீஸ் மட்டுமே ஒரு லிஸ்ட்ல கொண்டு வந்துட்டேன். அந்த கீஸ் வேரியபிளை ஸ்டோர் பண்ணிக்கிட்டேன். நெக்ஸ்ட் இந்த வேல்யூஸ் மட்டுமே ஒரு வேரியபிள், அது லிஸ்ட் யூஸ்வலி அது டிக்ஷனரி ஃபார்மேட்ல தான் இருக்கும். நம்ம அது லிஸ்ட் ஃபார்மேட்ல கன்வெர்ட் பண்ணாதான் ஆகும். ஸோ இந்த வேல்யூஸ் வேரியபிளை எடுத்துட்டேன். ஸோ இந்த கீஸ் வேல்யூஸ் பேஸ் பண்ணிக்கிட்டு நான் பார் கிராஃப் டிரா பண்ணிட்டேன். உங்களுக்கு டீடைல்டா கூட வேணும்னப்ப யூ கேன் கிவ் த எக்ஸ் ஆக்சிஸ் ஒய் ஆக்சிஸ் ஆல்சோ. plt dot x label. You just give what you are giving on x axis. You are giving the flower names. So flowers. So flowers. On y axis what you are giving? I am just giving on y axis their count. So I can give it like frequencies or frequency you write. And what is the title? You can write frequency distribution, whatever you like it. And I don't want to show that object. So simply you just plt dot show. So now you can see flowers, rose, lily, sunflower, and it is a frequency. If you want to give different colors, then what I said, you simply make use of here 3 things are there, 3 bars are there. So you just create 3 colors in one variable. Colors is equal to, I just going to give red color, then lily yellow color, then sunflower also. Sunflower is yellow color, lily color is a white color. I will give like a pink color, like this. 3 colors I have given. So here you just pass. What you can pass it here, you just to take it here, just to check it here. So for giving the colors, what is the parameter you attribute you have to pass it here. So just drag it down, you have to give the color only. So color is equal to colors. So now you will get those colors. Those colors will be applicable for your graph. Understood this one? One more data. இது எப்படி draw பண்றீங்க? How you are going to make this one? So make the frequency distribution table for the data. So how I have did it here is, இங்க வந்துட்டு நம்மளுக்கு கிட்ட இருக்கிறத continuous data இது. இந்த continuous data நான் எப்படி split பண்ணிக்கணும்னா, you have to split it by giving the ranges. அந்த ranges கொடுத்துக்கிட்டு அந்த rangeல இருக்கிற values எத்தனை இருக்கோ அதோட count கொண்டு வர்றீங்க. அந்த count base பண்ணிக்கிட்டு what you will do? You are going to draw the histogram. ஓகேவா? நம்ம கிட்ட இருக்கிற டேட்டா dt is equal to லிஸ்ட்ல கொடுத்துருங்க. வாட் ஆர் தோஸ் வேல்யூஸ்? 10, 12, 42 இதியா இருக்கா? 42, 43, 50. ஸோ நம்ம கிட்ட ஒரு டேட்டா ஏஜஸோட டேட்டா நம்ம ஒரு லிஸ்ட்ல கொடுத்தாச்சு. நம்ம அது ஹிஸ்டோகிராம் டிரா பண்றதுக்காக நம்ம ரேஞ்சஸ் கொடுத்துடணும். ஸோ இந்த ரேஞ்ச் மீன்ஸ் இந்த கேட்டகரி மீன்ஸ் 10, 20 இந்த 10 to 60 இருக்கிறதுனால ஐ எம் கோயிங் டு மேக் அ பின்ஸ். மீன்ஸ் பின் இஸ் நத்திங் பட் 10 யூனிட்ஸ். ஒரு பின்ல எத்தனை யூனிட்ஸ் நீங்க டிவைட் பண்ணணும்னு நினைச்சிட்டு இருக்கீங்கன்னு. ஸோ இங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 இருக்கு இல்லையா? நீங்க வேணும்னா இங்க எக்ஸ்டிக்ஸ் கூட ப்ராப்பரா கொடுத்துக்கலாம் அப்படிங்க. ஓகே, இல்லைன்னா நம்ம ப்ராப்பராவே வந்திருக்கு 2.5, 3.5 இல்லைனா ஓகே தான், நோ ப்ராப்ளம். ஸோ இங்க ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா இந்த ஹிஸ்டன்றது ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா இட் இஸ் கிரியேட்டட் அன் அரே. சி ஹியர் கிளியரா நம்மளுக்கு இங்க வந்திருக்கு. சோ இங்க என்ன இருக்குன்னா எக்ஸ் ஆக்சிஸ்ல நம்ம வந்துட்டு ஏஜஸ் கொடுத்துட்டோம், பின்ஸ் வந்துட்டு நம்ம ஒரு பின் வந்துட்டு 10, 10 and கொடுத்துட்டோமா. சோ இட் இஸ் கோயிங் டு டேக் த கவுண்ட் 10 to 20 ரேஞ்ச்ல இருக்கிற வேல்யூஸ் 4 இருக்கிறதுனால 4 வரைக்கும் வந்திருக்கு. சோ பாருங்க 10 to 20 ரேஞ்ச்ல இருக்கிறது 4 ஐட்டம்ஸ் இருக்கு. 20 to 30ல இருக்கிறது 2 இருக்கு. சோ பாருங்க 10 to 20 to 30 இருக்கிறது 2. தென் 30 to 40ல இருக்கிறது 4 இருக்கிறதுனால சோ see here 30 to 40 it is going to given 4. Again 40 to 50, 4. So you got it here. Then 50 to 62. So you got it 50 to 62. This is very simple method. So நம்ம இதர மேலே நம்ம எப்படி KDE means a probability density கொடுக்கணும்னா there is a one attribute called so இங்க என்ன பண்றேன்னா I'm going to provide sns.kde plot. Yes, see here. You got this one. நீங்க x ticks y ticks எல்லாமே சேஞ்ச் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. Okay?
Hope you thoroughly understanding the concepts. If you are having any doubts, comment below. Still who are not subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon for more notifications. Keep supporting. We'll meet you in the next video. Have a nice day. Thank you. Bye-bye.